So, how about those right angle stairs? These pieces have been popping up in building sets for a little while now, and to be honest I've always found them a bit difficult to use. However, with the help of some other intrepid architects, I'll be showing you a way to create towers that use these corner stairs to great effect. Firstly though, I gotta shout out the people that let me know about this. The first is Charles, who posted some images of his pyramid build in the showcase channel of my Discord. Included was this image. He used mods to make this work, but myself and good old Bardem Builds managed to get this to function in a mod-free environment. A massive thanks to both Charles and Bardem. I never really thought something like this was doable, so a massive thank you goes out to them. So, what do you need? Well, you'll need stable pieces, sandstone pieces, and any set that includes right angle stairs. You will also need a good bit of patience as this method is not the most intuitive. So, without further ado, let's get started. For this tutorial, I'll be using the term primary material set. This is the material you actually want the finished product to be made out of, as there will be a lot of material replacement. For example, if you want your tower to be made out of pyramid pieces, then that is your primary material set. I'll also be doing the demonstration with one side open, which isn't something you would want, it's just to make it easier to understand as it gets very cramped otherwise. So, let's begin with the tutorial. Step 1. Build a 2x2 of ceilings supported by pillars with your primary material set. Step 2. Use the pillar trick to place a stable pillar in the centre. If you don't know how to do this, I have a video card for that tutorial in the top right. Step 3. Add in exterior walls of your primary material to match the desired height. I would recommend 4 tiles, and of course if you were building this properly and not a practice, you would do this on all 4 sides. Step 4. Build your staircase up to match the wall height and also raise your pillars to the same. Step 5 is to place a sandstone ceiling atop the first pillar. Step 6. Hang sandstone door frames from the bottom ceiling. For me, the tile beneath the first staircase always seemed unsnappable. There was a solution I found, but it wasn't very consistent, so don't worry about that for now. Build them up to 1 tile below the walls. Snapping can be a big pain here, so I would recommend placing a ceiling for every pillar so you can hang the door frames from below. Step 7. Place ceilings on the top tile of the walls to transition into the floor above. Leave a 2 tile gap for the stairs so you can actually reach the top. Step 8. Finish off the door frames on the centre column. If you can't place the door frame on the tile opposite the ceilings above, remove 2 staircases, remove the ceiling and wall below the problem tile, and then build 2 walls back up and replace the staircases. This fix worked pretty consistently for me. Step 9. Cap the top pillar with the pyramid pillar head. Even if you're not using pyramid, this is really the only option, as I couldn't find any other way to fill the gap. Step 10. Replace the door frames with the walls of your primary material set. And finally, step 11 is to seal off the back tiles. You can snap walls to the original 2x2 grid, so build them up to meet the stairs and you'll seal off that ugly missing tile at the back. With that, you'll have a completed right angle staircase with no unsightly gaps. Of course you can include this in your base or pretty it up and make it a standalone tower. Externally there's no real difference in the structure, but the interior is where things appear a lot cleaner and simpler. You don't have to worry about falling down the centre, and the stairs make much more sense as they're not just kind of floating there. The missing tile beneath the first staircase will definitely annoy some, I know it annoyed me. The solution I found was really janky, in that I kind of had to remove and replace a few things to get it to work, and even then it didn't seem consistent, so I haven't included it here. If somebody does find a consistent method, then do feel free to leave it in the comments. Overall, this is a pretty fiddly process when you first start, and to be frank, it's a pain if you're not really familiar with the inner spaghettiness of how stability manipulation can work. However, after doing it quite a few times for this video, it is quickly becoming much easier to do. It can work for standalone watchtowers or as the main vertical transport hub for your base, and it works especially well for pyramids. It can be difficult, but I think this is an important trick to have in your back pocket. It's not something you'd want to use all the time, but there are some builds where it really suits. This tip is pretty small on the impact scale, at least in terms of outward aesthetics, but it improves these corner stairs by leaps and bounds. Thank you for watching, and of course a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Once more, a big shout out to Charles and Barden for helping out with this trick. I hope you guys found it helpful. I've always disliked how the stairs kind of float around, so this one is a big tip for me. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.